Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 6 in Financial Crimes 2. This is Professor Dunaway. Hope you're all having a great weekend. I'm posting this on Sunday the 6th. So just a reminder and you should probably already know this, and you're probably working on it if you haven't turned it in, but your benchmark assignment 2 is due this evening. So if you have not already asked for an extension and make sure you get it in by the deadline tonight, otherwise you will receive a late penalty. If you have not asked for an extension and you are late, um, it's best to email me because we can obviously, as I've mentioned before, freeze the late penalty for a few extra days if you need more time. So it's best just to communicate with me what's going on. I will reach out to those who have not submitted it if I haven't heard from you by tomorrow or early this week. So that being said, last week, week 5, you learned about identity crime. So let's click into the objectives and go over those. So after last week, you should now be able to define identity crime and identity theft and identify the extensive damage caused by identity crimes, for example, tax identity crimes. You should also be able to name and discuss the 5 categories of identity crime and theft, including financial identity crime, children's identity theft, and medical identity theft. And then finally, you should be able to analyze the international law dimensions of identity crimes from a study of national laws and the need for an international convention. So that's week 5. There were a few readings. Sorry about that. Let me get into the modules again. There were a few readings we wanted you to look at. Let me click into those just to go over them again. So there was the dissertation by Dr. Ahmed, and then there were 3 other articles posted, identity theft, DOJ, assisting identity theft victims, and then finally Identity Theft and Assumption Deterrence Act. Pay attention because a lot of times it'll either say read or review. We know, and some of you did reach out to me regarding the Ahmed article, that was very long. So we did ask you to review that, look at the highlights, kind of skim. If you ever have any questions about the expectations or a specific reading, please either email me or Dr. Monroe and we can talk through it with you. So then there were also 3 videos that Dr. Monroe had posted last week for you to look at, identity crimes A, B, and C. And then again, your assignment due this evening. So that's week 5, and we are now heading into week 6, financial investigations. So let's click into week 6. So keep these in mind as you're working through the materials. You'll want to, after this week, be able to identify the differences between internal, external, and governmental investigations. You'll also want to be able to discuss the role of the board of directors and the differences between in-house and external counsel, and also the liabilities of the individual and the institution. And then finally, be able to examine the process of the investigation, including the importance of the control of documents, search warrants, and interviews. So a very interesting week for week 6. And then for the readings, I just wanted to point a couple things out to you. So let me click into the readings. So you'll see there's an article by James Richard attached. We ask you to go on YouTube and watch this video following the money, financial crimes investigations and the role of the FIU. So if you just go on YouTube, put that search criteria in, you can find that video. We also ask that you Google this title, so where my cursor is, so the Financial Investigations, A Financial Approach to Detecting and Resolving Crime article. So again, just Google that and you'll be able to locate that article. And then the other 2 are posted here. investigation and prosecution of corruption is attached, and then operational issues, financial investigations guidance. And again, you'll see these say review. So just sort of, get a good sense of what they're about, what the article is saying. Obviously watch the video. So again, if you have any questions, please email me, either myself or Dr. Monroe. And then this week, there are 2 videos that Dr. Monroe has put together for you for week 6. So you'll see here, Financial Investigations Part A and B. So that's this week. And then next week, week 7, Computer Skills and Resources to Fight Financial Crimes will be the topic. And then the next week, just looking ahead to the end, the next week is week 8, which is a review week. So if you are behind in any materials, want to review any materials, want to use that week to work on your final benchmark, that's a great time to do it, because keep in mind there are no extensions for the final benchmark. So it's good to kind of have that week to make sure you can get your assignment in on time. And if you are behind on anything, get everything in, since that last Sunday of the course is, what is it? Let me look real quick so I give you the correct date. So everything is due that last Sunday, so October 27th. So you want to make sure that's when the final benchmark is due. And if you are behind on anything, or maybe you have an extension on benchmark 2, and you're late, you want to just be sure to get everything in on the 27th, since I need to grade everything and get my final grades in. All right, and again, if you have any questions about that, please let me know. But then just to recap, so this week you want to do the discussion forum posts as usual. You want to do the reading that I mentioned, watch the 2 videos, and optional office hours this week are with me Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And then your next and final assignment is due at the end of week 8, which is October 27th. So 3 weeks from tonight. Yep, 3 weeks from tonight. Final assignment is due, and again, no extensions for the final assignment. All right, I think that is everything. So I hope you all have a great week. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to email us. And if I don't hear from you, I will be talking to you all. Just a heads up, I am traveling again next weekend. So I will hopefully try to post the next video early, just so it is there for week 7. But if you do email me and I'm delayed in my response, that's why. But I should still be able to respond to you within 24 hours while I'm traveling. All right. So again, have a great weekend, or rest of your weekend, and I will be talking to you all later. Thanks, everybody.